ladder. I can't believe Dolly Parton got a call from Pitbull and said, let me write the most fire verse of all time for the first time. It's crazy she pulled this out. People said she was washed up. No. The pen was still hot. I think the episode's in an hour. But there's enough to talk about. I wanted to get live. Crazy if you let it. 9 to 5. Wow, it's Savvy says, I hate chemo, honestly. You got your attention. Are you happy? How to get me. Here's the thing. The feeds have been great today. Everyone is so fixated on, oh my god, is Quinn getting backdoored? What's going to happen with the power, Mackenzie's power? It's distracting away from my pity party on Twitter. What the fuck? What the fuck? This is my day. This is so sad. This is so sad. So let's there's so much to talk about. So much. We'll go through exactly what's going on in the house. I'm sure most of you guys know. We'll talk about it. I also want to look at some clips, because there's been some funny clips that have come out in relation to myself and America. It's a lot. But first of all, let's start with what I believe is the most important. Close Terran's stream. All right.
I want it. I want it. Oh, yeah. I know. I want to try to telling everybody that I'm never going to throw it. Bro, we're pieces of shit. I keep saying, I'm like, I want it. I want it. Just because Cory did a live stream right beforehand.
I saw the same one, and I thought the same thing.
Yeah,
I was like, that's smart.
He said, he was like, do not tell me.
No, I'm going to throw, because then...
Who was there? Who was there? How do you guys feel that you guys shared a chat room with 2 players on BB26? Who was there? The way they failed you immediately? Look, okay. I blame Joseph for this. I think this is Joseph's fault. Because once Joseph says, I've been pretending to throw competitions, I could see myself, if I was in Quinn's shoes, saying the same thing. It's like a moment of bonding, and you know, they really were bonding in this moment. But it is ridiculous to be quoting my advice of don't tell people you're throwing competitions as part of the same sentence where you're telling people you're throwing competitions. It's crazy. Really? This is how it feels to be a teacher to kids who don't listen. So I tweeted this. All my students fighting for their lives to get a passing grade. And right now, they're failing. I can guarantee you that. Joseph might be hanging on to like a 70%, maybe? 64%? Quinn's failing. So, it's a bit of a shit show. Bit of a shit show. Let me thank some subs. Miserable, thanks for the 8 months. Relevant Moose, thanks for the 4 months. Kenzie, thanks for the Prime. Today, we will be doing the mod, or the VIP eviction notice game after the episode, so it'll be quite late, starting at 9 p.m. So, you know, I get it, people are not up that late. Understandable. Katie, don't worry about it. You can sit this one out. I'll moderate. It's going to be a very chill, just me and the community who's
literally fuck off.
A little bit more degenerate will talk. Thank you, McCore, for the Prime. 7 months. I appreciate you. Will you be interviewing Quinn next week when he gets evicted? Quinn has an open invitation. There's an open invitation to Quinn whenever he wants to chat. I would imagine if I'm Quinn, I'd want to take some take some time off, though. I would say making the juries shouldn't be your main priority, but almost for me, it's more important than making the jury is not being pre-jury, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Not being pre-jury, I think, is really nice, because that seems like a miserable experience. Okay, do you guys want to talk about our main man, Quinn? Let me prepare something for Big Brother news quickly. BBN. Do we have any Quinns already? It's not this one. Is this a Quinn? It's Tucker. We can start with Tucker. Let's start with Tucker, okay? Let's BBN clocking in. Let's get right into the news. Because Tucker has proven himself to be the worst player ever. But he's got some ideas. He's the correct kind of terrible player. There's two different kinds, right? There's, you know, the ratty, kind of just trying to skate through as fast as they can, be very conflict averse. I don't think Bowie's a terrible player, but there's like the Bowie archetype, and then there's the Tucker archetype. And we want more Tuckers. An absolute wild card. I will say, Tucker, outside of my personal vendettas I have in the community, I think would be the number one person I would not want to play with. What a nightmare. How the fuck do you navigate Tucker? I legitimately could not tell you what I would do. He's just Jared on steroids. He's Jared if Jared had a really good social game and not have Suri. You know what I mean? Like, that's the difference between them. Jared had Suri to kind of orient him the right way, but he wasn't as likable. Tucker, everyone loves Tucker, but he has no strategic direction whatsoever. None. Now, Tucker volunteers himself for the block for the second time, which confused me, because as far as I understood, by the way, thank you, Chiara, I think I already thanked you, but I appreciate you. Tucker, last week, said, I'm going to volunteer for the block now, I could just get it out of the way so I don't have to be on the block later. I think this is a good idea. It's a terrible idea, but he's on the block. All right. And then, he wins the veto, which, by the way, already a disastrous situation for Tucker. Obviously, once you're on the block, you want to win the veto, but he's basically, like, ensured that he's going to be a target as early as next week. And all these competitions that he won, he had no business winning, and they didn't even help his game. Like, winning the AI arena, he had no reason to even be on the block in the first place other than him volunteering. And then this veto, he wouldn't have been playing in the veto most likely if he didn't nominate himself. He loves camera time, and that's not a terrible thing. He's good TV. He won a 6-piece puzzle, who cares? There's not that much to talk about in the house. Trust me, that Tucker is a a physical threat narrative is already there. So, he wins the veto. Now, you might say, well, this is simple. He's going to take himself off the block. Cedric might flush Mackenzie's power, maybe put up Aaliyah. There's a lot of options. Tucker, the mad lad, comes up with his plan. He's going to not use the veto on himself. That would be ridiculous. He wants to play more games because he's bored. These are his words, not mine. So he says, you know, I'm gonna use it on Angela. Do I have an Angela current event? I might. No, it's Cam. Are you Angela? Are you Leah? This is Chelsea. Are you Angela? This is Quinn. Okay, well, we'll alternate between these two. Big Brother Tucker Carlson. Do not say that. So his plan, I'm going to use the veto on Angela. Why? Because it'll make me play in the BBAI arena, and we'll have a better chance at beating Quinn, who is Tucker's target. Now, to those of you who may not remember, the way that Quinn's name is being brought up at all is due to some information that Tucker received from Angela, which he didn't believe. Angela told Tucker that Quinn had the power. And then he received that same information from Chemo, or got it confirmed from Chemo. Now, I thought this was a great move by Chemo, and I have come to the conclusion it's not a good move by Chemo. Chemo has not done the work to benefit from this play. He's done nothing. I think people are speculating now it's because he had a crush on Tucker, which is possible. So, Tucker, knowing about Quinn's power, being an absolute madman, goes to Cedric, or first goes to Cam, I think, leaks the power about Quinn, and then pitches to Cedric to backdoor Quinn this week because Quinn can't use his power. We'll get him out before next week, flush it, and as extra insurance, I'll stay on the block to beat him in AI Arena. So it's not good. Not good for Quinn. It's really not good for Cedric. There's a very fair conversation of, is it good for Tucker? I don't think it is. I think Tucker had a really good home in this idea of T-Core, Chemo, Quinn, Rabina thing. Now he's working with Kenny and Cedric, seemingly. This alliance that we all thought was an eventuality of the oddballs, the outsiders, it's over. It doesn't exist. Because Tucker was the bad apple. Family style, Jared was the bad apple. When you make these alliances, the smaller the better. And 5 is pretty small. But they still got a bad one. Maybe they can still do it with Joseph, you know? Bros are gonna bro, seemingly. So, Tucker pitches it to Cedric. And Cedric, he's a more calm player than Tucker, which is not saying much. Cedric is all over the place as well, but he's not Tucker. And it's Cedric, Tucker, and Kenny. They're all talking in the HOH room. Tucker and Kenny are like down his ass, being like, "You got it! Like it's got to happen." And Tucker, seemingly to every single concern Cedric has, Tucker says, "Well, I'll be the solution. I'll beat him in AI Arena. You could blame me publicly." It's nuts. I don't know why Tucker has this vendetta against Quinn. Seemingly, he doesn't have a vendetta against Quinn at all. He likes the dude. He's just decided this is the path of, like, most resistance, or perhaps the path of most fun resistance. Tucker just wants to be in the episodes. He will be. Now, let's talk about why this is so bad for Cedric. Number 1, you make the move against Quinn, it's a very clear shot. Now, if you take a shot, you better land it. The first problem, perhaps the most obvious problem. What if Quinn wins the AI Arena? It's a 1 in 3 chance. Pretty good odds. He has the next HOH. So, like, this is not one of the situations you take a shot, it misses, and you still have a shield. When I took my shot at Izzy, I knew it was a very dangerous play in case Jared won HOH, but there's still Cameron to blame. Is Cedric saying, well, maybe I could blame Tucker? Well, Cedric, you were the HOH. Like, you could hope that he targets Tucker instead of you, but, like, you have no way to feel confident about that in the same way I could feel pretty confident Cam would be the target. Without considering Kenny's comp ability, I don't think Kenny's a slouch. Cory's #1 meat rider. It's nice to hear from you, by the way. So that's one option, okay? What's up, Quinn? Quinn could win the AI Arena. He's going to be the HOH, and he's going to be on the block next to Tucker and someone else. Maybe Cam. All right, that's not good. That's a dangerous spot for Cedric. The number 2, Cedric puts up Quinn. Quinn loses the AI Arena. Does he even have the votes to get rid of Quinn? Because it's not very clear to me. Because we could do some math right here. I think if Quinn is on the block against Tucker, which is the less likely outcome, because you'd think Quinn or Tucker would have a better shot at beating Kenny. Probably. But let's say it's Quinn versus Tucker. I think Quinn's in a lot of danger. Because there's people like Rabina who might choose to save Tucker. maybe somebody like what other votes do you lose if Tucker's up there? It maybe even becomes a little bit more dicey with someone like Chemo, who you'd think would guaranteed be in Quinn's corner. And Tucker just won another fucking competition. Another one. So Tucker would certainly be a threat, and the conversation would absolutely be had of like, if Tucker's up there, we're voting him out, right? Thanks, McCore, for the prime. JPR, thank you for the gift. How are you doing? Brooklyn, Leah, and Chelsea just talked about being scared of Tucker. Look, Heisem won 2 competitions, and everyone started targeting him. Before he even won that veto, people were talking about Heisem as a huge threat. Then he won that veto, and it was over. So, like, if Tucker wins this AI arena, he's going to be everyone's target. Sooner rather than later. So a Tucker-Quinn vote is a little bit dicey. A Quinn-Kenny vote really isn't at all. Quinn has, in that situation, Rabina and Brooklyn locked up. T-Core and Chemo locked up. That's 4, you only need 6. Leah should be locked up. Chelsea's not going to want to keep Kenny. If it's Quinn-Kenny, Quinn's staying. I feel very confident about that. Now, certainly there could be some time between the veto meeting and the eviction where there's a lot of momentum against Quinn. Quinn is outed for having this power. He's been lying to everybody. He's in all these alliances. Maybe people could be convinced. But ultimately, even with all of that being said, for someone like Chemo, for Chemo and T-Core, there's no reason to get rid of Quinn anyways. He still benefits their game, and now we know, this is the most important part, and I tweeted this, we know the next HOH if Quinn is safe. If Quinn stays, if he's safe, he will be the next HOH, and everyone knows who he's going to nominate. If you vote for Quinn to stay, you guarantee your safety till week 5. A lot of people talked about this house, everyone is playing scared. This is the most scared play you can make. You keep Quinn in the house, and that ensures your safety. I think Chemo keeps Tucker. I really don't think so against Quinn. That would be a ridiculous move. And you know what happens if Quinn wins that HOH, or he uses the HOH, which he will if he stays? It's going to be Cedric, Cam, Tucker. And that's great for everybody. Nicole, I would imagine Big Brother would not allow Tucker to directly help Kenny. But also, these competitions, like that's I don't anticipate that being very possible. This is not a Liz helping Kenzie situation. Biffy moment, thank you for the prime. Chemo's thinking with his other head. I don't think Chemo is like so smitten with Tucker he's lost all game sense. I don't believe that. Is there any situation where Tucker goes home? I think Tucker against Quinn is very dangerous for Tucker. Like, very dangerous. Because, like, you could vote out Tucker, who's a massive threat, who's a wild card, who seems to want to work with the bros, and then you could ensure your safety the next week with Quinn's HOH. Even if Quinn wins the AI arena, right? It's Tucker versus Kenny, and Kenny goes. Quinn then is the HOH next week, and he's still going to target Tucker or Cedric. Tucker versus Kenny, Kenny goes? Most likely. I think the AI, if there was no AI arena and anyone's up against Kenny, I think there'd be a real opportunity to try to get that other person out. But because of AI arena, I think Kenny would go home against anybody. Cedric needs to get with the Pentagon before the veto meeting. You mean the Pentagon minus Quinn? Because Quinn's in it. Tucker's playing a very risky game. Tucker's playing a crapshoot game. He's playing a random roll the dice game, which is very fun, and I like it. But Rabina's voting to save Tucker, so there's a chance T-Core and Chemo follow her. I don't think Rabina is going to be like the leader people follow. That doesn't seem to be her MO. Do you think Angela's threat level has sunk so much that she'll no longer be a target? I think that already happened last week. But at this point, there's no reason to get her out. She'll be on the block every week, and I think she'll make it relatively deep. Yeah, I mean, Leah seems pretty consistent in her support of Quinn. Robin Sparkles Pogo. I love the name. I'm gonna pull up the feeds. I know there's stuff going on. Angela's the new Felicia. With all due respect to Felicia, like, Angela is, or I guess with all due respect to Angela, Felicia's not that crazy. Felicia was pretty nuts, but not to this level. Quinn is exposed and won't recover if nominated. He's not that exposed, though. Like, it's not that bad. It's not good, but it's not like a disaster. He's also going to have, like, clear opposition. Alright, what's Cam and Cedric talking about? Yeah, Angela will be on the block more than Felicia was. Felicia was there 6 times. I think Angela might be there 7 or 8. Damn, they cut off the fucking conversation. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. If they let Chelsea and Brooklyn in on the plan, they're going to talk them out of it. Chelsea and Brooklyn are not going to let this happen. There's no reason. There's no way Quinn can use it after the veto ceremony. Also, what would that, like, how would that work? You would just become HOH and, like, no. You have to use it before initial noms. That has to be the case. Otherwise, that would be ridiculous. Girls won't go for it. Well, the girls shouldn't go for it because it's stupid. Like, Cedric shouldn't do it. The only reason I feel like Cedric's doing it is because Tucker was very impassioned in his... Maybe he feels betrayed because Kim and Quinn theoretically have a final 2, but did y'all think Cedric bought into it like that? It didn't feel that way to me. You think Brooklyn could win the game, honestly? Yeah, I mean, look, again, Brooklyn, like, isn't doing that much actively, but she's just in a good position. I think things have gotten better for her this week. They kind of got worse, then got better. Does she have the ability to move and shake enough? I don't know. Does she have, like, is she a player who has, like, enough agency and, like, enough of that X factor to, like, make a move, to play actively enough to win the game? I'm not sure. Quinn's definitely going to have the Pentagon, but at that point, the Pentagon would be over, so. I'm excited for your player rankings this week. I have no idea what the fuck I'm going to do. I think Brooklyn's going to stay number 1. Because I can't give it to Chemo or T-Core at this point. I was going to be Chemo number 1. It was going to be Chemo number 1, and then Brooklyn's going to fall to, like, 5. But at this point, Rabina can't be number 1 ever. Like, her name's been out there this week. Now what did T-Core do? Nothing, which is the problem. T-Core just doing nothing. T-Core's still good. Yeah, look, I think T-Core is probably top 3, top 2. I think Brooklyn T-Core I like. Maybe Chelsea is 1. Who's Chelsea's closest ally? I mean, I think Chelsea clearly is a player who does better downstairs than upstairs. There's downstairs players, there's upstairs players. Cody Calafiore is an upstairs player. Jag is very clearly an upstairs player. I, Cory, am a downstairs player. Upstairs, I mean HOH. Downstairs, in the mix. Taylor Hale's a downstairs player? Absolutely. Yes. Vanessa is a downstairs player. Generally, I think like the players who are very calming and controlling, the Derek Levasseurs, are upstairs. Cody's upstairs. Who's an upstairs player then? This season or in general? On my season, Jag's an upstairs player, very clearly. I think Bowie's an upstairs player. Felicia's an upstairs player. Tyler's both, absolutely. Mickey's upstairs, yeah. You're a double HOH player? Yeah, I mean, I never got to play upstairs, but I don't think that would have been good. Matt's downstairs, yes. Same as playing from the top versus bottom? Kind of, but I think a lot of it is like being in control versus just navigating. Like, I was not on the bottom for most of my season, but I was still able to navigate more comfortably. Yeah, I don't think Leah's safe this week. I mean, I think doing this with Brooklyn and Chelsea is very effective. It should allow them to, like, advocate for Leah in this conversation, and maybe that... So let's talk about the other possibility with Quinn for a second. So, Quinn might not be backdoored. Oh, wait, what's MJ saying? Chelsea's advocating for MJ not to use the power on herself. Chelsea, you're doing too much. Oh, she's saying use it. Okay. She almost like caught herself being like, wait, this is the most sus thing I've ever heard. I think people being low on the season is kind of understandable considering, like, I think it's mostly people being low on the cast, which is, like, not a problem that resolves itself very easily. You know what I mean? I don't have much faith in MJ as a player. I think she's done very little. Like, she's literally made a bond with Chelsea in the past 2 weeks. That's, like, been her progress. Kirsten. What's up? Did Goose Goose Duck just finish? Wahoo! Kirsten Raid. Who's writing think pieces on Twitter? I'll fight him. leave Brittany alone. I saw it. I appreciate it, Kirsten. Kirsten, can you believe this? Today was supposed to be my day on Twitter. The Cory sympathy party, Cory pity party, and instead it's all about Big Brother's strategy. It's fucked up. Fucked up. It's like priorities, people. The audacity. That's what I'm saying, Sarah. Well, I agree. All right. Oh, Cedric and Chelsea. What's... Sound less shady, Cedric. She said, "What's up?" He goes, just figuring it out, moving and shaking, rocking the boat. You know how it is. It's like... Bring it up, Cedric. She's obsessed with this washing the cracks idea. You love mess. I love mess, but I don't know. I want some organization. I don't know. Maybe I'm lame. My season was so simple. We had Suri, she set up the whole house, and then we all got to play in it, This season, there's no one to do it. The slop tomorrow, it's gonna be awesome. How would you navigate Tucker if he was on your season? I'd go up to him and talk about, women and dating. That's what I did with Matt. I don't know if it'd be effective. I think it would be. But I think he would target me. It would not be good. Karsten, by the way you're typing in chat, I'm starting to think you don't have, unwavering loyalty to the police force. What's that about? I'm just telling you how it looks from over here. Hey, Cap. I'm so glad you were not on Big Brother Canada. They would have had to cut the feeds every 5 seconds. America said ACAB once, and the entire internet turned on her. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Not the entire internet. The stupid side of the internet turned on her. This is making me so mad. Chelsea, I don't need you to talk to Cedric. I need Cedric to talk to you. Just... your information doesn't matter. Definitely related, Kirsten. I can empathize with Cam about the Leah stuff in the sense of when you're in the better position in a showmance, and they're not in a showmance, like not even close to Me and America. I mean, even at this point, Me and America weren't in a showmance either. But like, like Cam shit talking Leah makes sense in Cam's mind, right? Because Cam has a game after Leah. I can understand it. Like, obviously, I was in that position. Like, if America goes week 3 or 4 or 5, I still have a decent shot to do some things. So I get it. It's the wrong move. I know why it was the wrong move on my season as well, but I can understand, like, the impulse. Like, the last thing you want is to, like, be dragged down, especially when the other person, like, imagine if America didn't even like me. Then I think, that's kind of the position Cam's in. Like, obviously, Cam's not going to. They're turning on Cam again. Again, like, just talk about Quinn, please. Chelsea's pushing Leah as the nominee? What? Didn't Leah just, like, pour her soul to Chelsea and MJ, or not Chelsea, Chelsea and Brooklyn, right? Do y'all think this is the Cam jealousy angle? Is this your theory? I hate this. I hate when people are in a room privately. They're having a private conversation and they say, let's disband so we can have a private conversation later. It's like, no, we got it. We got it right here. We did it, y'all. Kenny and Cam talk. I don't care about this. Kenny's like, being up on the block so many weeks in a row is so frustrating, but I volunteer as tribute. I will be the pawn next week as well. Yes. I'm telling you, this season, they should not have an HOH. Nominees should be on a volunteer basis. And if they can't get 3 nominees, then we'll play an HOH. And they'll fill their remaining spots. What do you guys think? Wouldn't that be a good twist? Do you think this AI comp ends after week 4? I don't think so. I think they like it a lot. It makes the show a lot cleaner. They get 1 competition an episode. They like the drama on the live show, 2 blindsides already. I think they're going to drag it out as long as they can. I think they'll drag it on to the final 8 or 9, frankly. Probably final 9 or 10. 8's a bit extreme. Will they try to campaign with 60 seconds? Well, this week it might happen. If MJ ends up being nominated and America names the replacement nom, then they'll have, like, they have to use that time to campaign because there's going to be a whole ass new person on the block. So it might happen this week, but other times, absolutely not. They wouldn't have built that whole AI thing in the living room for 4 weeks. Is it really an AI thing, or is it just a screen, basically? Or like a art piece? Like, I don't think it's... I don't think that, like, took up their whole budget. So here's the other thought. MJ is nominated, uses her power. America names a replacement nom. I think the most likely outcome of that situation is Quinn on the block, right? No, the plan is still to backdoor Quinn, but Cedric hasn't talked about it with Chelsea or Brooklyn or anyone, really. It's a hologram box. Yeah, I feel like a lot of it might be After Effects. Quinn or Joseph. So what's interesting is the way that this vote works is you're not voting for your favorite, you're voting for your least favorite. If it was you vote for your favorite and whoever gets the least amount of votes is nominated, then we'd be cooking. The fact that it's vote for your least favorite, I think Quinn is more likely because he's had a ton of airtime. And there's a lot of, online backlash towards Quinn. Whether you think that backlash is warranted or not, that's its own thing. Production will choose, not the fans. But here's the problem, right? Like, production doesn't rig these votes, but they do edit the shows. And especially this Wednesday, where all the drama is going to be, does Quinn get backdoored? If he's not backdoored, that's going to be the last thing the audience thinks about before they vote. Who votes more, the casuals or the diehards? The diehards vote more, but there's way more casuals. So, like, ultimately the casuals have the ultimate say. But I think, the diehards, like, more of them vote more consistently. The veto episode is Wednesday. I'm pretty sure the voting is going to open up Wednesday after the episode and close Thursday, a couple hours before the eviction. Hoo-yah. What were you today, a goose or a duck? We're watching the feeds. It's a shit show. So basically the point of what I was saying is if Mackenzie's up, uses the power, Quinn goes up, I think in that spot, I think Quinn is actually safe. Now, the reason why I believe Cam is safe, or someone said Cam in the chat, sorry. The reason why Quinn is safe is because he'll be nominated so close to the live eviction, and he'll be next to probably Kenny, in which case there won't be enough time for the vote to flip. If he's up against Tucker, that's a little bit more dangerous. But if MJ ends up going up, I assume Tucker will take himself off. So he'll be next to either Kenny or Angela, and I think he'll have the votes against either of them in such a short period of time. They can try to flip the vote, but that seems like a really difficult thing. He can, of course, win AI Arena, too. I will say, it'll be a shit show if MJ ever does go on the block and use her power, because everybody is going to be campaigning for themselves, because they don't know if they're going to be nominated on Thursday. So it might make for amazing feeds, the fact that we won't know the nominee until eviction night. It's pretty crazy. Cam said his favorite was Quinn. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I would think Cam's would be Cedric, but yeah, I don't think Quinn's the biggest fan of Cam. Off topic, who does Molly want to get the VIP? Or the VP nod? I don't think she cares. I just worry the house guests will campaign to us instead of the other house guests. I don't think so. You could try. It didn't cost production anything, exactly. All right. Well, it looks like the feeds have died down a little bit. I am thinking of starting the eviction notice game during the episode, like as the episode starts, just to have it in the background while we watch, and so we can get a head start on it. I think that's the smartest thing to do. I don't think anyone's too invested in the Sunday night noms episode. Can we not? I think we're going to. I think I have to, just to be able to end at a reasonable time. I have class tomorrow and shit. Do you stream during every episode? No, it's actually going to be the first kind of episode watch party thing I did. Push it to next week or another night? That's an option too. Y'all want to just do it next week? I'm super down for that. Same problem every Sunday. It'd have to be Saturday. Are you on RHAP on Wednesday? I am. Every Wednesday. Alright, let's do next Saturday. Make everyone's life easier, okay? You went to the TOC? Nice, HR Breezy. I did oratory and info. I almost won the TOC a couple times. I got second and third. My junior and senior year. Or sophomore and junior year. Senior year, we got COVIDed out. Almost won the TOC. Oh, still pissing me off. How do you think you would have done playing with this cast? I think I would have done well. I mean, it's very chaotic, but I think it would have been a better setup than Big Brother 25. But ultimately, I think I'm the kind of player who, because I'm not a dominant force in the game, I'm never going to run the house. The cast doesn't make as much of a difference to me, where someone like Paul, or someone like Derek Lavasse, or someone like Suri benefits a lot from a really weak cast. Because they get to play that very, like, Godfather controlling role. So for me, I don't think it makes that much of a difference. Quinn can co-host the VIP game. I don't think Quinn's going to go home. I think if he's put on the block by Cedric, he's going to simply either win AI Arena or campaign to save himself. And if he gets put up by America, I think he'll have enough time. There won't be enough time to flip the vote on him. I think he's going to stay this week. It's really dicey, though. He's got a good shot at going home, but I think he's going to be safe. You would have done great in BB17. I think BB17 is the closest thing to BB25. It's just like, what if Suri remained in power for the second half? In the same way Vanessa did. Because, like, the truth is, like, the first half was, like, BB17. The second half was, like, BB16. With just, you know, Jag and Matt winning. Bowie is the Victoria. I think Kenny wins AI Arena, then goes on an 8-week comp streak. Yeah. I think it's likely. I'd bet on it. Did Victoria win 3 HOHs? No. Not quite. Imagine Tucker on the challenge. Dude would kill it. I don't know if Tucker would do well on the challenge. I think it's kind of beneath him. I think he's like a man who appreciates the finer things in life, and the challenge is very down and dirty. I know he's from Boston, or Jersey, or Connecticut, or Massachusetts, or something like that. He should be on the Traders. He'd be great on the Traders. Tucker would be great casting on the Traders, absolutely. Doesn't the challenge also require some strategy? Yes, but, you know, you can't convince me that Jordan Wisely is a master strategist, or Laurel is a master strategist. I'm sorry. I won't accept that. They're some of the best to ever do it. Do you think America nomination plays in AI Arena? Yeah, for sure. That third nominee, I think, will be named at the start of the episode, and then they'll playing the AI arena. What percent would you give that Cedric goes through with the backdoor plan for Quinn? I would say about 49%. I think it's a coin flip, but I think he's slightly more likely not to, especially if he talks to Chelsea and Brooklyn. An interesting part of the game is they're not super certain about how Quinn's power works. Like, they're concerned if Quinn finds out about their plan, he can still use his power, or they're not clear on the rules. So they might try to, like, blindside everyone, like, not tell Chelsea and Brooklyn, in which case he's more likely to actually be backdoored. Do you think Wes is a master strategist on the challenge? He's probably as close as we have. Probably. Maybe Bananas, but I don't think Bananas is a very smart guy. I think Michelle Fitzgerald, low-key, is probably among the best strategists we've seen on the challenge. And it's not surprising she comes from Survivor. Is BB25 player America deciding America's vote? I think America would choose Cam or Leah. I'm pretty sure, based on what we've talked about. Oh, did you guys hear about the happiest, good feeling, sad story of the day? I swear, this was like a Disney animated short before a movie. So today, America was watering her plants, and there was a bird, and she asked me to go shoo the bird away. I said, of course, fuck the bird. I go out there, I just kind of like shoo it away. I don't touch it, just like, yo, get away. And under the bird is an egg. And I'm like, oh no, there's like a little nest, and I'm like, oh, I just orphaned this egg, and now the egg's gonna die. And then I started doing in my head the whole calculation of like, when does a life begin? You know what I mean? Started doing some research, went down a rabbit hole. I'm now Christian. And it was so sad, and it happened, and the bird didn't come back for like hours, and I'm like, fuck, we just killed this bird, and the mom lost their child. And then like an hour ago, we saw the bird came back. Woohoo! Text Omer. It's actually exactly what I should have done. But the bird is back, so we're chilling. I might text Omer anyways. That'd be funny. Anonymous, thank you for gifting the lazy player. I appreciate you. Thanks, Anonymous. America needs to look out for when the mama is away to water the plants. Fuck the plants. I'm sorry. We can get basil at the store. That bird can't be born anywhere else. Help us find the best anime fight. Are you just enlisting my support here? Why do you think I would be good at this? Is Trey from Squid Games? Oh, I almost didn't see Trey. I witnessed my Poochie to small bunny once. I believed in God. Wow, that's something. So guys, did you guys hear the bad news? Clearly Trey has lost the Netflix All-Star show by the fact that he's in chat. The wheel was unkind to Trey. Hey, them's the breaks, man. You know what? Hey. What are you going to do? Apply to the Anonymous Season 2. I think you got a good shot. Trey, your Twitter is fire. I really enjoy it. You had a good tweet today. I forgot what it was. But it's funny. Gays for Trump still has your back, and I still have their back. Well, let me retract. I don't know if I necessarily have their back. BB26 players is Game of Thrones characters sometimes. Can you guys believe that Matt said Jag would be Khal Drogo? What a madman. How'd he get away with that? There's been no discourse about that. It's like, what? That's crazy. Is that offensive? I mean, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I don't know. It's not good. Which Matt and which Cam? Matt said Jag, so Matt and Jag, the Minutemen, would be Khal Drogo, I think, which is insane. It's Meg. Angela would be Lysa Arryn. I absolutely agree. It is Jason Momoa, yeah. Khal Drogo. No, but Khal Drogo is like in a Khalasar. He's kind of like, I guess, meant to be like George R. R. Martin takes a lot of inspiration from history. I think probably like a Mongol horde, Genghis Khan kind of figure. Which, you know, placing Jag as that person is kind of crazy. One of my favorite conversations in the house was Felicia talking to Jag and like me in America and us. And it's like, Jag Baines, what's your real last name? Killed me. So funny. Jag did say he was covered in blood in his speech. Very Khal Drogo. Yeah, maybe that was a lot of foresight. Thanks, Melinda, for the 8 months. I appreciate you. How are you doing? How you doing? Episode starting in 3 minutes. I don't think America's gonna watch this unless she wants to. I'll ask. She doesn't want it. I think she's enjoying hanging out there. I'll ask her though. I'll just probably bail on the green screen then. Yeah, just so there's more space. Alright, she's coming, y'all. You guys win. Let me get rid of the chroma key on the camera. Okay. Episode has started. Wahoo! Alright, let me get headphones for America. You want a stool or I'll sit on the stool if you want to. Let me. Here you go.
Thank you. He said I would sleep. He said I was sleeping on the couch if I didn't watch with him. So.
Sleeping with the birds.
Let me check if the bird's still there.
It's about to be an ass episode. They're way behind the times.
Let's do this. Would you want to catch up on the episodes, babe? We haven't seen like.
No.
Oh.
I hate Big Brother episodes. Yeah.
No, is it okay?
Yeah.
Maybe. You could do YouTube TV.
Alrighty. Oh. We've run into a problem while streaming. Julie Chen. What does that mean? You just do that.
You have to type in YouTube TV. It's separate, I believe.
This one? She's hacking into the mainframe.
Oh, babe.
You just didn't pay attention.
I didn't pay attention.
Do we have FOMO for not being in the house right now? Yes.
I always have FOMO.
Then I think about...
No, but then I saw them... Sorry, I keep interrupting.
It's okay. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I think about how miserable I was in there sometimes, and like how I can just turn off the TV. And also I see like the Quinn stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to deal with that.
Today I was seeing them just like laying out by the pool, doing nothing, and I was like, oh.
They cannot hear you when you...
Oh. Never mind. Cory mentioned this last time. This cast claps a lot. Can they hear me now or no? They clap during the ceremony. Like, they just clap a lot. What is this? What is this?
It's water.
Baby boo! This is a night in without the kids. They started clapping, babe, when Angela stayed. I hate Kenny. I don't like Kenny.
So Kenny was truly blindsided?
Well, let's see. He sulks when he doesn't win. Babe, I'm freezing.
I hope this episode doesn't focus too much on Kenny and Angela. Because it does not matter. Even though they're being nominated, like... Cedric's funny.
I like Cedric.
Well, like, that's an ominous DR. Cedric saying, I might need to win HOH.
That's so annoying.
He says, I might...
cute. I don't think I've seen a single competition play out, y'all.
Oh, is it the balance beam?
No, they made it sound... Oh, it's the obstacle course.
Alright. I was worried comps were too equitable. We're so back.
Look, those big-ass beams, though.
Yeah, those are wide. Okay, it's like a mix of the two HOHs. Because this is still like you have to hit all the buttons in order, I guess. Them having Jag say in the DR week 9 being like, as long as one of the handful wins, I feel good.
Why are we even getting an Angela DR in this?
I'm barely watching the HOH comp. Where are they? Yeah, this is definitely the backyard. Big Brother has Domino's sponsoring them? Damn.
Where was that in the house? All we got was Mendocino Farms.
Pretty good.
I gotta make that for us, babe. The pesto sandwich, the chicken pesto.
So good. Without the candied pecans.
You didn't like the candied pecans? That was my favorite part.
I thought it was weird.
But yeah, this is exciting. I want to go back and watch all the episodes because I like watching the competitions. I want to see how the Lisa spelling bee veto played out. What words the rest of them spelled and stuff.
Oh, I don't.
You're such a hater.
Yeah. Correct. America, get on one
Cory,
of those.
Cory has better things to do, like watch Mario Kart YouTube videos.
Well, you all need to.
He's so desperately trying to beat me, y'all.
I beat your ass
And
today.
he can't. He can't. No, at 1 and 200.
The spelling veto was short and barely showed anything. Hallelujah.
That's good.
What you all don't see is I'm actually the one who makes the hate threads about myself. That's next level hatred.
Where's my phone?
Alright, thank God she's gone. Let's do a press conference. Do you want to join in?
What are you talking? Oh, you're so annoying.
And do some player rankings. So this is my list as of last week.
Oh,
Let's see how it's held up. Brooklyn, I think, as 1 is still reasonable.
Yes, that's good.
Chelsea at 2 was looking bad, but now it's looking reasonable.
It's good. That makes sense.
Quinn is the brutal one.
Oh, he's
Rabina's still good. Chemo's... I think T-Core moves up. Chemo moves down.
I think Rabina moves down a little bit too, TBH.
Yeah, her name is coming up a lot. I'd move T-Core above both of them. Quinn way down. Joseph, I think, stays... Maybe Cedric.
Joseph would be below Cedric, for sure.
If Cedric backdoors Quinn, Cedric's fucked. If Cedric doesn't do it, then maybe. Honestly, like, Tucker's still shit. I think MJ moves up. I think MJ moves up just by virtue of, like, everyone else tanking. Leah probably... No, I don't know.
Leah stays there. Mackenzie would go up, though. Where's Cam?
Cam's 9th, I think.
I think you should put, I don't know. I just was watching a conversation with Cedric and Chelsea where it got back to Chelsea that
Yes.
Cam spilled to Leah. So she was telling Cedric, so they don't really,
And what's so dangerous about telling your showman's partner something is they might tell other people.
You're so annoying.
T-Core, Loki in the best position. I would say T-Core, Brooklyn, Chelsea right now. Why is Schmidt there? And Coach. Cam told Cedric he's done with Leah.
He's lying.
I was done with America.
Yeah, he's
We
lying.
live together.
Oh, this must have been, a quick breakdown.
Yeah. And they didn't have the veto in the backyard. Stay in the backyard.
They had a lot of backyard.
This season, and they also have all the fucking toys in the world in the backyard. They have
They got a
cornhole,
punching bag.
bowling, a punching bag. So annoying. I'm glad. Matt and Jag would have locked in their final 2 day 6 if we had that stuff. They'd just be playing games all day.
Straight up.
Bowie? Oh my god, Bowie. The Mafia would literally be there week 2. They don't play pool? I like Felicia. That's a tough DR. Kenny's getting all too much screen time. He must get
For
close
how
to
much he
winning.
contributes, like, in this house.
He must get close to winning this.
He does. I heard he got second.
But Cedric smoked everyone. Okay, so
you
this
never want to
is...
be first.
No, but this is more fair at least. Unless they post her time.
Look how slow that thing is rotating. She should have taken off her jacket.
Damn, I feel like I'd be good at this. I would get smoked by Jag, but I'd feel like I'd be good. They love giving white Republican coded men good edits. I like Republican coded. Because like Cam's not a Republican, but I assume you would consider him Republican coded.
Yeah.
As far as I know, he's not a Republican. I don't think. Jag would fly over the obstacles. Yeah.
How many times are we going to hear the explanation?
It's smart. That feels like a pretty good score from Quinn.
18.
Wait, so you can see the scores? Oh, this is stupid. Why do they do this?
Then they shouldn't be behind. Just let them go up to the front.
Yeah. Quinn is absolutely going to be voted as America's nominee. I don't know why we're on this screen. But it will happen. Like, if America has to vote in a nominee, it will be Quinn. He gets way too much content. Like, I think the way it should work is America should vote for their favorite house guest, and whoever gets the least votes is nominated. You know what I mean? I think it does a weird thing to the psyche of, like, oh, you know you're America's least favorite player. Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do with that? I get people thinking it'd be Joseph, but he hasn't had enough screen time.
He hasn't, yeah.
Like, no one hates Joseph. Quinn's DRs sound very similar to mine. Except
he's very animated.
he's more animated. But, like, you could tell he's, like, they love him in there.
Damn, the score goes back to 0.
Yeah. Why is Quinn's mustache like that? There's so much space in the middle. Like, the space in mine, but not like that. It's, like, so perfect.
Yeah, he's like the villain.
I think Cam's had the least screen time. That's why Cam's not going to get voted either. I think Cam has my vote right now, but it's Cam or Leah. Go, Joseph.
The star of the show, let's see it.
Why are he doing it like that?
Why is he here? Why do his legs look like spaghetti?
Everyone's come to the conclusion that he's like the worst competitor. Which is probably true.
But look at that.
12's not bad. Well, yeah, I mean, this comp is a total shit show. Like, 100% physical. Like, honestly, Big Brother 25, like, I think did a better job on HOHs than vetoes. Like, most HOHs were... No, that's not true. The first one wasn't, the second one wasn't.
I'm thinking about our first two. Our first one was just so underwhelming. It was the balance beam. It was so lame. We walk out to, like, a carpeted, like, basement.
Well, our first one, I think, would be fine if it was a live HOH. Like, premiere HOH.
No, exactly. That's fun. The second... Yeah, so it wasn't. So,
they did that on All-Stars.
And then the second one, it was, like...
The biggest budget.
I think for a lot of competitions, it's like, oh, you could have just tweaked this way to make it fair. They just had us huddle around, and then they would blow the horn, and they'd have us run to our spots. But it's like there was a big-ass bush dividing the sections. There was more spaces on one side than the other. People that were on one side had the advantage. Like, it just... I'm talking about Escape the Nether Region.
Escape the Nether Region was a mix of athleticism and luck. So Mackenzie takes the lead? If they let Mackenzie stay around for too long... Oh, she fell.
Oh, fuck. I don't think she's... Did she talk about this on the feeds?
I wish MJ would have won this. I don't know what she would have done. He talks in such a funny way. He's already talking about the power. Oh, he's quick.
He doesn't look super steady, though.
No, but he doesn't fall.
Yeah.
He's like running into these things. They've said this 4 times now. Oh, he's crushing them.
So it was,
Now it's like, just don't fall. Gotta move. Why? 27. That's crazy. That's a good score.
in how many seconds or what? Like, I don't know.
45 seconds. What does he mean he didn't want to win? It's not like whoopsie daisies.
Yeah, I know.
Ran across the balance beams.
Not this guy.
Quinn ratted out Kenny approaching him about the alliance with him, Kenny, Cedric, and Tucker. That's really good for Quinn. I mean, Cedric finding out would be bad for Quinn, but, like, Cedric's an op. You know what I mean?
Well, Leah and MJ clocked it as well. And Chelsea brought it up to Cedric. She's like,
yes.
Leah and MJ think you have a first person.
And he was like, oh, it's so annoying.
So annoying, and then they, like, skipped over the subject.
Can you guys believe Kirsten doesn't like Kenny? It's fucked up.
Who?
Kirsten. What's America's thoughts on Chemo's gameplay? Number one Chemo fan.
I love Chemo. I love T-Core. I wish there were better. I wish Chemo was a better ally to T-Core.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of. I don't know.
It doesn't seem
picks
like
and chooses who he tells information to, but he doesn't do it in the correct way, and I don't know what his logic is, other than just like.
He's kind of inconsistent. Like.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. I guess inconsistent with like. And now it comes out that, like, he has a crush on Tucker, which, whatever. Everyone's got a crush on Tucker, but...
Was it just because of his crush? I don't think Chemo is, like... What is it? Dickmatized? Is that the word?
I'd say dickmatized.
Like, I think... Come on. I think that narrative is a little bit out of control.
genuinely just thought he could trust Tucker. I don't know.
I think
maybe he was a little clouded by the fact that he does like him.
Well, also, it wasn't like Chemo went to Tucker and told him this. Tucker went to Chemo and said, I think Quinn might have the power. So, like, it's a little different. So Chemo might have said, oh, he's going to figure it out anyways. I might as well get ahead of it. But I think the problem with Chemo is he hasn't done anything after that. Like, he hasn't tried to get in front of it with Quinn. He hasn't tried to build anything with Chemo. Or Chemo hasn't tried to build anything with Tucker.
I guess he's just trusting that Tucker didn't tell anybody, and I feel like that's how the season has been going so far. Like, people spill information, and then they just leave it as is. They don't think ahead.
Because the Andersons as well? Does Chemo really buy into the Andersons?
That hasn't been brought up in...
Yeah.
This Kathy Bates babe, I saw her the other day. I was like, oh my god. Haven't seen her in forever.
We saw her in Titanic. Is Elsbeth a Sherlock clone?
She's supposed to be like quirky, right? Like a quirky detective?
Yeah, I think it's a Sherlock clone, though. Titanic was so great. I'd recommend it to everybody. I like the energy in the DR.
I like Cedric's energy.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be too much, and I thought he was going to be real squirrely and chaotic, but he's doing a good job.
It comes off as very authentic. It's not like forced energy. Like, that's him,
That's him when he's excited.
Yeah. They're trying to convince us he's winning this when Cedric was sprinting.
Had the right idea, though.
Yeah. I mean, you have so much time to think about it backstage. 21's good, though. Not bad. Well, Tucker's trying to win, obviously.
Him, looking like Bad Buddy. How do you feel about Tucker, babe? You Tucker hater? Tucker stan?
I'm so glad I don't have to play Big Brother with Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, he seems like a nightmare to play with. Look, if you're going to be a terrible player, be a Tucker, not a Bowie Jane. You know what I mean?
No, he's chaotic.
I don't think Bowie's terrible, by the way. It's just like, she's the polar opposite. Be ridiculous, like Tucker.
Look at him. What the...
But he's, like, the worst player in the house, I think. He might be better than Kenny and Angela. But after that, I think he's probably the worst. Thanks, witty, unique name.
Ah!
That is a witty, unique name. But his social game is good.
But people are onto him.
Your social game can only do so much when your strategic game is, like, the worst I've ever seen.
Well, I feel like Leah and all the girls were talking today about, like, the people they'd be worried about winning HOH is Kenny and Tucker.
Well, everyone's now grouping them together.
Yeah.
Tucker and Cam and Cedric and them. He's got smoked weed regularly right up until sequester, and now he's losing it energy. I have no idea, but I could see it. Now the Pentagon's got the power. Wow.
He's like, I just want to quit now. He's so annoying.
Kenny's like, I'm going to walk upstairs and put myself on the blog.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of DRs.
Well, because he's being nominated. And this
I guess.
Big Brother
I guess.
bases its episodes around the mechanisms, the
I
nominations,
guess.
the veto meeting.
Oh my god, babe. You see this picture of Kendall? He brought the girls back, and now they're drinking shots.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Thoughts on Rabina's gameplay? She's doing well, but I don't know how much faith to have in her ability, but she's doing okay. Her name's coming up a little bit though. Survivor Desi, thanks for the gift to Olivia. I think they'll show him volunteering. They won't show the context. It's not that deep, Chelsea.
What'd you say?
Cedric was like, we went from mascots that downgraded people to back-to-back HOHs. And Chelsea's like, you're so stupid. It's not that deep. It's fine. That's not a big deal. I love Cedric doing his one-on-ones the night of. No one did that in our season.
I like that, yeah. Put me up. I saw this live.
Duh. Can't believe they're showing this.
You know, he just wanted to show off. And the last two HOHs were women, so he wasn't able to do that with them. He didn't want to open up, but...
Someone said Tabina is already better than Americory. They've already won more competitions. So, they might have a point.
Then don't apply for the show. It's a 4-month audition process. Not once did he think, like, oh, maybe this isn't for me.
Meanwhile, she would have, volunteered for the block to save a little bird's life.
Me?
Yeah.
Nah, babe. Are you kidding me?
I'm telling you, I think, imagine any of these house guests having the Jag veto situation where you and I are on the block. They would all be, begging each other to stay on. Meanwhile, you and me are, arguing for 3 days to come off. America's so pretty. Ash, this is my stream, not America's, okay?
I was trying to think of a joke, but I didn't come up with anything. Damn, I hate when that happens.
The guys this year think this is the challenge. Not all the guys.
I don't think so. I don't know. Tucker's just being, Tucker's just chaotic. He's a chaotic player.
Our cast would evict Kenny first. Izzy would hate him. Suri would not like him.
A Kenny?
Yeah.
I think they would get along with the whole I want to get out of here, I hate it here thing.
Well, maybe later.
And she would bring, it'd be a sort of Red situation.
I don't think Kenny
where
would
she
make
doesn't
it that
trust
far.
him, but she brings him in.
I mean, he could be like Red, maybe. But he's a cop. That'd be tough.
No, I still think Suri reels him in.
For Suri. Well,
They
Suri
talk-
reels everyone in, yeah.
Yeah, so, but she won't trust him, but he'll...
Izzy would be Kenny's first target, yeah.
Yeah. And he'd be hers.
Kenny would try to work with all the guys. He'd try to work with, it would not be good.
Him and Matt would be...
Well, Kenny would have a lot of trust in
Besties.
Matt. I'll tell you that much.
Besties.
Cory is a cutie and America is gorgeous. It's definitely a compliment, but I don't know how to take it.
Cutie. Gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a little...
Oh, come on, y'all. His curls look so good. I told him not to fuck with them today.
This part's
No,
weird.
don't.
This
don't,
thing.
Don't.
What's this?
Don't, babe. Somebody was like, oh my god, she made him get a perm. I was like, you think I'm getting Cory anywhere near a salon? You think he'll, like, listen to me that much? Like...
I'm not gonna let another woman touch me. I haven't talked to another girl since me and America got together. She doesn't allow it. I'm not America's Ken doll.
I was gonna say,
I'm a lump of
he'd
clay.
have to talk to me to talk to Molly. It would go through me first.
I'm handsome. Thank you, CG Wing World. Someone VIP them.
You're so annoying. Oh, this is an Applebee's. I know this is an Applebee's ad.
Best ride at Dollywood? I don't know, but every single ride, Molly would freak out before going on.
Oh my god, it was so annoying. It was so annoying because she's bugging out, and I'm like, Molly, no. And then we'd get to the front, and then I'd start bugging out, and she would be calming me down. Then I would be the annoying one.
Molly's ridiculous. She would go on a water ride. And then she'd be like...
I'm glad y'all did that first, though, so you got a chance to dry off.
Well, we went on a water ride, and then she's like, I can't go on a roller coaster now. I'm like, why? She's like, well, I'm going to slip out of the seatbelt.
I forgot about that. She's like, I'm going to slip right out. It was so funny. Yeah.
We were talking about, like, why you can't drink and drive. Like, it's unsafe. You're going to lose your judgment. Molly goes, wait, so can you drink and walk?
Because we walked to get to the Texas Roadhouse across the street, and me and Cory were drinking. And she's like, wait, but you're drinking. And we're like, Molly, we're walking back. She's like, can you drink and walk?
And, like, one glass, by the way. Let's be clear. Like,
with a shooter. It was Texas Roadhouse. But she's so funny. But we went on all the rides, and it was so funny because, yeah, she wouldn't want to go on. And we'd be like, okay, do you want to sit out? Like, you can sit out. You can wait here for us. We're going to go on the ride. She's like, no, I'm getting on. We're like, that's right.
So then me and Molly went mini golfing. America went to the hotel to chill. It was a long day.
That was like the first night after.
And that was the night all the Quinn stuff happened. And I hadn't watched the episode or been on Twitter. I was hanging out with Molly. And then I saw Janelle post this super anti-Quinn thing. And I was like, oh, Janelle, what's wrong with you? And Quinn said Quinn's the GOAT. Or Turner said Quinn's the GOAT. And I responded with a goat emoji. And then, like, I got back to the hotel and looked into it. I'm like, I'm going to take that back.
You don't need any more people shitting on you.
I don't know if I need this right now.
Do you want to say what Turner said then?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
It's not bad. It's funny. I thought it was funny.
No, it's not bad.
Okay.
But
they have so many cute pillows. I wish I would have taken one of the blankets, babe. I'm so mad.
We got one, though.
We got one. And Carrie. I should have taken the squeaky toy. Anybody in the chat, if you're ever in the Big Brother house, take something. Steal.
Well,
I took a bunch of shit from the jury house. We just finished the Q-tip box that I got from the jury house.
So I put the blanket in my suitcase, leaving the house, and then they unpacked it. They took it away in jury, but gave it back for my box. I think AI Arena is going to last till the final 10. I think they would love it as a twist. How do you deal with all the hate? I post for validation on Twitter. I even got a text from Joseph today, like, life's good. The DR did a good job of making that DR good.
So it's funny because during this conversation, she doesn't tell him like what the power actually is. And I told Cory that night, I was like, she can't do this. Like, you can't lie about powers. It's like very clearly in the rules. You cannot use production. You cannot say like anything they told you in the DR. You can't like use your powers and twist them to your advantage. And she ended up clearing her power up later. So I'm assuming the DR talked to her.
thought they were like final 2-ish. Like it felt like
They
they were
still are.
super tight.
They still are.
That conversation in the pantry was so awkward a second ago.
You
Like,
don't think so?
I thought Cedric was being so cagey.
I think he is pulling away a little bit, but I feel like
He's being pulled to the guys.
they're pulling away a little bit, but like they're still supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe tonight when he told her like let's talk again later tonight, he'll like actually divulge everything and talk about Quinn and all that stuff.
I also know we blame the diary room for like leaking to Jared that America was targeting her. There's a huge likelihood that Jared just made that up.
I told Cory, I was like, no, like Jared can just make that up. He doesn't know the rules like that, so he could have just made it up.
Or he might know the rules and just made it up. Because what are they gonna do?
You know Jared. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't know the rules. He did not read the manual. Like he did not read the handbook.
I still know every word. What Cam told Chelsea about Leah that made Leah back off of him? I thought it was the other way around. I thought
Can someone tell me what Cam told Chelsea?
about Leah that made Leah back off.
Yeah. So Cam said Cam went and told Leah, Cedric is considering you and MJ for HOH. For replacement. Leah went and told Chelsea, oh my god, I'm so scared. Cam told me that Cedric's considering me and MJ. Chelsea then went and told Cam, like, hey, what's up? What information are you telling Leah? And he's like, nothing. And she's telling me that you told her that Cedric might think of, renomming her or whatever. And he's like, oh, can't trust her. Not gonna fuck with her anymore. She's like, okay, so you did tell her. What they use that?
Oh my god, the shaving cream everywhere is crazy. Felicia, after America said she wasn't pregnant, I asked if she would still be the godmother. And she said
response.
yes.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Oh, she did. I thought she left us on red.
No.
I like the purple HOH robe, him. That's probably why they sent you the blue one.
Purple's clean. I like it. Cedric asking Leah to be a pawn is crazy. I feel like if you ask someone to be a pawn, you don't ask them. You say, I need you to be a pawn. And then you make them a pawn, you know? Because if you ask someone and then don't make them a pawn... That's badass from Urbina. Yes, it will. Where's Tucker?
Cute Tucker. Where Joseph sighting?
Oh, here we go. Joseph Kenny snoring segment.
That's weird. It came out of nowhere.
BB26 house guest when they don't get 3 volunteers. No! Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there is someone who already did it once who wants to become that person. Did you hear about my idea?
What's her name?
I think Big Brother 26 should remove the HOH competition. Nominees should be on a volunteer basis.
Essentially, it's what it's become.
Molly left yesterday.
Yesterday, we dropped her off in the afternoon, and then we went back and saw her at dinner. This sucks.
Could you take it out of the wrapper?
Is it annoying, y'all?
Can you guys hear it? I'm curious how big the gain is.
Corey's acting like I'm right next to the mic, ASMRing y'all, like...
It says we can hear everything. Didn't notice until you said something. You're really close to getting banned, Heidi. You excited for the slop tomorrow? She always gets nervous for podcasts that she's super prepared for and enjoys to do.
I'm nervous.
I mean, it is being graded, so.
I don't want to get blacklisted.
I think it's recorded. Is the slop live usually?
Even if it was, Sam said they wouldn't do it live for me. Which is like a compliment when you kind of think about it. You know?
It's patron only. Oh, that's not that bad. Wait, Challenge 40 starting soon? 10 days from now? Oh, I'm live. I'm fully spoiled, but I'm very excited. Team Michelle and Kyland.
What is this? Dollywood? No way. We went on all the rides on Dollywood. It was so much fun. I really liked, the first one was tough. I did not like the first one. I thought I was gonna die. Which one did I black out on, babe? The Eagle? I think I blacked out on the Eagle. Like, fully saw stars, went black, woke up as we're going, like, back up. I like the Big Bear Mountain one.
Yeah,
it was
me too.
long. I think it was over a minute. It was wide. It was...
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Big Bear Mountain ride in Dollywood. How it was like, you know, wide and long and it was really fast and you're so annoying.
Were you on shrooms? Not this time. I was with Molly. I couldn't. The water park's fun? Yeah, we didn't have the chance.
We didn't go to the water park.
It's weirdly common for cops to be swingers. You speak like someone with a lot of experience, sickly babe. And are you open to an interview?
Did you see that clip, babe? Of
You're like dangerously close to your feet being clipped.
I don't want that. I'm trying to get in here. Can I get in here? I'm not gonna say a spot.
Molly the drug? I wish.
Oh, you're so annoying.
Thanks, Dorsey. It's very kind. Is the Quinn plan still in play? Yeah, we're just kind of waiting for them to get the chance to talk to Brooklyn and Chelsea. Once Cedric talks to Chelsea about it or Brooklyn, I think they're going to shut it down. Wait, so you guys saw that rumor of like there's a Big Brother player on Survivor 48? Is that fake?
That's gotta be fake.
Is it fake? Is it a real source? I just saw it on Twitter. What's up, absent state? Fake? Okay, good.
Turn it up.
Turn it up?
No. Wait. A Tubina segment? Oh, I thought they were gonna do a flashback. I thought there was gonna be a flashback!
Oh, Chelsea hater era?
A Chelsea cam?
This is a ridiculous segment.
They're gonna do the Leah liking Tucker and Tucker liking Rubina.
Yeah, that is where this is going. Bad thoughts. The Quinn Leah now.
It's funny.
It's a good segment. That's hilarious.
Funny. That's funny.
I'm gonna be so mad if America nominates him. No way.
This is funny.
Damn. Why are these episodes so much better than ours?
Wait, I caught this too when they hugged for the first time and she like looked at the screen and she's like,
I hope Tucker goes in the DR and says, I don't fuck with white women. That's what I'm hoping for. Oh, come on. Tabina erasure?
I will not stand for this.
The Americory people are pissed. We've seen this before. Wow. Tabina erasure. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Because they have the content.
Maybe they didn't have the DR content?
No, they edit this as late as today.
But did Robina like Tucker? Yeah, but they didn't have to
She
say that.
does. She's talked about it a little bit. How, she just doesn't want it to affect the game.
And Tucker's volunteered. All right, there you go. Production hates the most real showmances. Tabina's not real yet, guys. I did see that Nino. It's very funny.
See what?
Leah telling Quinn they won't be in a Americory situation.
Yeah. They won't be because Quinn's going to be out pre-jury, so.
Or Leah. Leah might be this replacement nom too.
No, it's between MJ or Quinn right now, from what I've gathered.
Chelsea
right?
seems like she's going to push Leah, though.
Yeah, but Chelsea's one person.
To Cedric?
Cedric's got the pressure of, like, all the guys telling him.
Kenny and
MJ,
Tucker.
Yeah, MJ or Quinn.
Leah's the easy option. Because MJ's America's veto, it's scary.
Oh, well, we'll see what Chelsea says in regards to Quinn tonight.
Made so many TikToks. I'm glad.
He hates women. Fuck him. He wants to make it a boys versus girls. Like, grow up. Classic cop thing. Classic cop behavior.
Any ACABs in the chat? Any ACABers? Why is Kenny always mentioning the girls? He's obsessed. Yeah, Kenny misses his family, but he'll stay missing them to break up a girls' alliance. Sometimes you gotta work for causes bigger than yourself. Kenny's mission is important. What a Why would they give...
Why would they get him taking his shirt off? Tucker stretching during this is so funny.
Oh, this is where he's like humping the pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah, America's like, it's so funny.
I got this clipped.
Men have been underrepresented on Big Brother. In recent years, at least. He went undercover in a cartel. That's the worst cartel I've ever.
Also, what? Did he actually?
I mean, he worked in the DEA undercover. I assume that was his
but,
job.
like, I don't know. I guess for me, when I think cartel, I think like Mexican cartels. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in Boston, Massachusetts?
Boston. He probably quit the mission. His code name was Hank Schroeder. Is that a Hank Jeff Schroeder mix? Or are you just misspelling Schrader? Cartels are everywhere. Period. It says only. What are you getting up to, only cars? The DEA had to send him cornhole. Yeah. He's the most cop-looking cop that has ever copped.
Literally.
Honestly, he'd be able to go undercover at a police department. If he was like actually a cartel member. He just puts on the uniform like from Party City. He'd be able to pull it off. Just pick up a radio, a cop car.
They said Cedric reminds me of Wybie. From Coraline.
Do I see it at all, or is it just like slight resemblance?
Like his posture, like...
Maybe. You know what? Definitely not the speechless Wybie. I bet he's doing the blue, though, where he's lying about being a food truck person because that's what he wants to do. Like Blue saying...
Or I told this other... Yeah, we were talking the other day. He's like, wait, so Blue lied about her future job? Like...
Yeah. Did you guys watch Blue's Family Style episode with me with the Smirnoff Ices? Derek said he was a Parks and Rec coordinator. Which I don't think was super believable in retrospect, because why the fuck would Derek be cast? You know what I mean? He's such a boring dude. And if he was a Parks and Rec coordinator, it was funny. I think it's Blue's best content idea. I think it's a very cool idea. Does America have any hot topics she wants to bring up on the slop tomorrow? Don't bring up hot topic or America's going to make us drive. But you got anything you want to bring up on the podcast? You want to keep it a secret?
What? I'm getting nervous again.
Finally made a stream. Welcome, Butter Shooter.
We're back.
A fish dish would be you. Yeah, but I mean albacore plus Smirnoff Ice. It makes sense. There's also my HOH alcohol. I got Smirnoff Ices. And I drank them on my birthday. My throat area is hurt with pain. Sorry, Rady. Sorry to hear that. I don't know why I laughed, but it's a shame. When are y'all visiting Texas? I live in the 956 area. America's trying to plan it.
I'm trying. Oh my god. I will say, y'all, it's so nice to not travel, though.
Yeah.
Boring, yada yada yada. Fast forward.
So is the house hot this year? What's the deal?
I heard their ship broke down.
Yeah. Sleeping in your own bed is underrated. if it's underrated. I hate the keys being white. I think it's so weird.
They didn't need to change. Like, there's so many things they needed to change. This was not one of them.
I guess it's the like an Ainsley idea. AI. White is like a more AI color.
The shovel. He's so annoying.
Wow, what a powerful speech. Wait, do you all know who Tucker's replacement will be? Is it going to be MJ or Leah? Right now, it's Quinn. But Quinn, MJ, and Leah are the possibilities. Quinn or MJ are the most popular ones. Angela needs to stop this thing of going up to the HOH and saying, I know you're probably going to put me up.
Yeah.
Like,
Stupid.
if they end up putting you up,
Also,
that's
she's
fine.
going around
but-
telling everybody that Lisa had the power. She just 2 minutes ago was telling the girls again. Lisa had the power. It lasts 6 weeks. She's able to replace the HOH noms. And it's like, why is she lying about this? Like, just don't say anything.
She might just be in her own world. Like,
But she knows Quinn has it.
actually a decent episode. Sure. I just don't like the episodes. But
I
it's
like the
alright.
episodes.
I think this is one of the better episodes. I watched the clip. It's just Angela lying about the power.
For no reason.
You think Lisa tuned in? I don't think so. I think Lisa's gonna not mention Big Brother for years.
I think they covered everything though. Right? Like what were they missing about this? He was considering MJ.
Did the Quinn
Leah.
Chemo Tucker power shenanigans happen before Noms?
What's the power shenanigans?
Quinn Chemo telling Tucker.
I think that happened after.
Okay. Well then, no.
I think that happened after. Y'all can correct me.
When you have three
Here's
volunteers
the
like
thing.
this,
I don't think Tucker told Cedric, or Tucker hasn't told Cam who tells Cedric yet.
here's my criticism with this episode. It's the criticism I have, and I mentioned this in my like preseason big stream. It's like the show needs to focus less on the game when the game is stupid. Like when there's 3 volunteers for noms, this episode doesn't have to be so nomination focused. You know what I mean? Like give us more character pieces. Like the showman's thing is fun, you know?
That's funny, and we get to know what the dynamics
Yeah.
of the house are and why they're, aligning a certain way.
Like give us Rabina, give us a Rabina segment, give us a Cam segment, give us a Joseph segment. You know what I mean? Instead, we had to get a shit ton of Kenny content because they have to see Kenny volunteering and they have to show Cedric figuring
A
out who's
ton,
gonna
yeah.
pawn. Like that shit doesn't matter, but they're so like, bound by the game mechanisms. But anyways, that'll be it for the stream. Quick 2-hour one. No stream tomorrow, Tuesday. I'm going to be streaming almost all day. Prepping for a live feed update. I think it's going to be a very interesting week. So hopefully it won't just be me sitting here doing nothing for hours. But that's it, y'all. So is there anyone to raid or any of the homies live? No, the VIP game is next Saturday. Any of the homies live? I guess RHAP is going to be live, right? For the episode recap. Well, we'll raid them. Stick around if you want to hear some coverage. In about 20 minutes. All right, you guys can hang out. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you soon.